Sorry, I'm just checking the chat window. Got a question. Absolutely, yes. Please feel free to leave as you need to, just practicing the self-care that you need to do to bring yourself out of the experience. Thank you for asking. So tonight, we are through time with the Baba Yaga. But before we begin, I want to take a chance to just give some respect and thanks to the land. And I've never done a land acknowledgement in a time and a place where we've been in all different places, joining each other virtually. So I'm just going to drop in here for a minute into my heart. I want to connect to this land I'm on, and I invite you to do the same. Tonight I'm speaking to you from the territory of the Sinchothan and Hulkaminam speaking peoples. It's also known as unceded Coast Salish territory. And each time I take a minute to really, when I say that to myself, I take another moment to just drop into feeling what that means. I'm a visitor to these lands. We may not all be visitors here. Some of us may be from the lands that we are from, that our people come from. Today I spent some time thinking about land acknowledgement and the ever evolving nature of land acknowledgement. I thought about the dissonance in my heart between living in harmony with the land as I feel it would be correct for me and the reality of what's happening on the land where I live. And I'm inviting us all to hold that together. The dissonance of the heart around the land that we may carry. The lineages of migrations, the lineages of displacements. Just feeling that. And then I want us also to feel, I don't want to tell you what to feel, but I want also for everyone to know the resource of the land and the ways each day the land shows up for us and holds us, whether we see it or not. It's there every day. They are there every day holding us. I think that's all that needs to be said. I want to share gratitude and good feelings to all of you and all the lands that you're coming in from and the land that I'm on. And yeah, a note that this is totally imperfect and it's what I have today. And if anyone has feedback at any point, I'm really happy to hear how we can do this land acknowledgement piece from different territories. Thank you. So we're going to move into an introduction. Tonight, I want to share that the intention for our ritual is, where did I put it? Oh, I'm sorry, transparent moment. I just need to find that intention. Thanks everyone for your patience. Here we go. The intention tonight is we raise energy for the healing of the past, dreams of the future, and resilience in the now. I'm going to type that into the chat window for you in case you'd prefer to see it. We raise energy for the healing of the past, dreams of the future, and resilience in the now. And if you like, you can say it with me. We raise energy for the healing of the past, dreams of the future, and resilience in the now. That is our intention for tonight. We also have a song, and I am going to share the lyrics with you, and I'm going to tell you how it goes. I'm going to sing it to you. Here we go. Share my screen. Okay. So this is the song, and I'm going to sing it once through, and then I'm going to do my first ever Zoom call and response, which will be really interesting. So what I'll do is I'll sing it once through, and then I will sing a line, and I'll sing the line quietly with you for the response, if that makes sense. I think it'll work out. So here's the song. We look in the mirror and see our bloodlines. And forwards throughout whole time. We open our hearts and look deep within, sending healing and change through whole time to our kin. So one thing you may notice is that in the first line, there's like, it says bloodlines, spirit lines, love lines. So that's just because, well, as we go through it, the next time we sing it through, it'll be spirit lines, and then the third time it'll be love lines. So let's start with bloodlines again, and we'll do call and response. We look in the mirror and see our bloodlines. We look in the mirror and see our bloodlines. Backwards and forward throughout whole time. Backward and forward throughout whole time. We open our hearts and look deep within. We open our hearts and look deep within. Sending healing and change through whole time to our kin. Sending healing and change through whole time to our kin. So that's our song. I'm not sure if folks feel they need more repetition. It's hard to know what feedback might be when I'm sharing my screen. I'm seeing some thumbs up. Anyone got twinkles? Anyone got I need mores? It's looking to me like folks are okay with the song. So from there, we will bring those words up again when it's time to sing in ritual, so you don't have to remember the whole thing right now. So I'm going to pass it on to Rosie with some other notes that we need before we begin. Oh, don't forget to unmute, Rosie.
Hi, I'm Rosemary Dance, and I'm very pleased to be here tonight. I think a lot of you have done trance, and some of you may have not, but we're going to try to, well, I'm not going to keep it simple, but I'm going to give you some clues as to what we're going to do, and I'm going to give you some fallback positions if you decide not to keep up. If you decide to stay somewhere a little longer, you'll always know what to do. So we're going to get in the mortar, that's M-O-R-T-A-R, with Baba Yaga, with the Baba Yaga, once we've been introduced to her. And this mortar has a nice way of sort of subdividing into our own individual mortars, but the Baba is always with us. Okay. The most important thing is to remember your grounding and keep returning to it. We're going to travel in whole time and in the mortar, steering with the pestle, which is sort of like a joystick, you know, and sweeping away our tracks with the broom behind us. We're going to stay connected to our bodies through our grounding and also through a little silver cord that emerges from our navel that we can fly out on. Okay. Guided by Baba Yaga, our powerful subconscious minds are going to show us where to go, past, present, future. We're going to keep returning to the present. Every time we go to the past, we're going to come back through the present and then venture out again, perhaps to the future, and then back to the present. Okay. If you're not sure where you are, return to the present and listen and make your decision. Have an object that you can place in front of you. I've got my crystal ball and this candle. So something you can see or perhaps touch. Don't touch a candle. And when we raise power, we're going to raise power in the present, but sending out to the past and to the future. So do you need a minute to get an object? This is something you're going to keep. You're not going to throw it out at the end. It doesn't have to be profound, but it has to be something that you can work with. And so here's the score, okay? As if it were a dance score. Present, past, present, future, present. Then maybe you might want to go back to the past to make a correction or an adjustment, or maybe you don't. Back to the present. Maybe you want to go to the future to make a correction or an adjustment. Maybe you don't. Back to the present. That's the score. I've got nothing else.
Okay, so let's do some grounding before we start our fantastical journey tonight. So you might want to find a posture where your spine can be comfortable and where your lungs can breathe deeply, and where you can feel some part of your root on the ground, pointed towards the ground, on the floor, on your seat. And we may be spread out across the land here, but we are all connected to the earth. We're all the same distance from the center of the earth. We're all at the same point in time on this earth. And to ground, we put our roots down into that earth. So begin to go down through the earth in the same way that is comfortable for you, that feels right. And as you're doing that, I was thinking today about how this rock that we are blessed to call home is 4.5 billion years old. And that as we're sinking our roots down into those layers of rock, we're actually sinking down back through time. Because there is so much of that complexity down there that we encounter when we dig down deeper. This rock has changed through time. It has boiled and frozen and compressed and crystallized and moved and exploded. And every step we take deeper down with our roots is a different era of time, a different history in the solar system, a different form of that rock. And the deeper we go, the older those changes get, and the slower those changes get. And I would invite you to send your roots down to a time in the stone that feels healing to you, a time that speaks to your heart. Let those roots explore. Maybe there's some stillness. Maybe there's some warmth. Maybe there's a tingly energy. Find a period of time and change in the rock that speaks to you. And when it feels right, allow yourself to draw that healing earth energy back up through your roots, back up through the layers of time, getting newer and more chaotic and more changing in the moment as we bring it up into your body, into your home, into your space, allowing that healing earth energy to fill every cell in your being, to spill out into your home. And if you feel called to send that healing energy out onto the chaotic land that surrounds us, sending some of that healing to soothe and calm the burning forests, to slow the churning of the oceans, and to heal the hearts and the minds and the nervous systems of the people, to calm the breath of the decision makers, pulling back down into the earth every piece of chaos that does not serve our common good right now. Pulling that awareness back to yourself. And with this connection, I now invite you, in whatever way feels right, to join me in casting the circle. I'm going to stand here for this. Starting in the north, by the earth that is our body and the grove that is our home, into the east, by the breath that is our spirit and the music, into the south, by the heat that is our passion, into the west, and by the waters of healing and love, and by all that is above and all that is below. The circle is cast. We are between the worlds and we are between times. And what happens between the worlds and times changes the worlds and times. Blessed be.
So we're going to call the elements and honor the elements and call the guardians of the directions now. And many of you might know this song, but some of you will not. So the chorus, I'm going to teach you the chorus. And then when we sing the verse for each direction, it'll be call and response. So the chorus goes like this. Come to us, 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 come to us. Is that okay? Got it? It's okay? Okay. So So I'm going to sing a line, you sing a line, I'll sing a line, you sing a line, and then we'll sing the chorus, and that's how it will go. Okay. We call to the keepers of the gates. We call to the keepers of the gates. We call the forces of life to this place. We call the forces of life to this place. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Come to us, come to us, come to us. And let's turn to the east, or bring your awareness to the east. And take a few deep breaths. Just honoring the breath of life. And let's let that breath feed our bodies for this work tonight. And give thanks. And if there is a quality from air that you wish, one quality for tonight, just call it in for yourself. We call to the everlasting winds. We call to the everlasting winds. We call for the dawn awakening. We call for the dawn awakening. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Welcome, air. And let's face the south. And feel that fire in our bodies. Honoring fire and having gratitude for these nervous systems that allow us to sense, to smell and taste and hear and see and sense, feel textures. And I ask the fire and the guardian of the south to bring our senses alive as we find our way on this journey tonight. And if there is a quality from fire that you need for tonight, call it to you now. We call to the ever-burning flame. We call to the ever-burning flame. We call for action. We call for change. We call for action. We call for change. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Thank you and welcome, fire. And turning to the west, calling to the waters, honoring the waters of our bodies, our blood, our lymph fluids, our saliva, all the waters, and all the waters of this beautiful planet and of the sky. And I ask the guardian of water to bring us flow, to move through any of the feelings that come up tonight, and to show us the way. And if there is a quality of water that you wish to call for yourself, invite it now. We call to the ever-flowing waters. We call to the ever-flowing waters. We call to your depth for love and compassion. We call for your depths of love and compassion. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Welcome, beautiful guardian of water. And turning to the north. Oh, beautiful earth. Thank you so much for these incredible bodies, flesh and bone, for feet and bodies on the ground. We ask you to protect our bodies tonight as we go on this journey. And if there is a quality that you wish from Earth tonight to help in this journey, please invite it now. We call to the ever-shifting earth. We call to the ever-shifting earth. We call to the bloodlines of our birth. We call to the bloodlines of our birth. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Oh, welcome, guardian of earth. Oh, and we come to our centers and honor the powers of above, the starry heavens, that which we are made of. And we honor the guardians and the powers of below, that which we also are made of. And we come right to our centers where we are connected with all living beings, interconnected. Seen and unseen life. We call to the ever-living spirit. We call to the ever-living spirit. We call to the center of our being. We call to the center of our being. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Welcome, center. Blessed be.
And now we turn our attention to the ancestors. The ancestors of care. the ancestors of spirit who've laid the foundations for the shoulders we stand on, those ancestors, the ones who've done the work, the ones who've empowered us, who've shared their power with us, their living legacy, we call those ancestors. And any ancestors of blood, if we so desire, that feels right in yourself, those that care, the ancestors of care and support. Ancestors, we need you. We need you more than ever. We need your wisdom. And then the old ancestors, the ones we can't quite remember, those ones. Help us tonight in our work. Bring us care, bring us support. We need you. We offer you our love and respect and our care back. We tend you. And we pull that line from our ancestors straight through us, like we're sewing a giant quilt. And we stitch into the future generations, the descendants. Descendants don't need to be from our bodies and our blood. Let's be the ones for those descendants. Let's be the shoulders they stand on in this beautiful spiral of life. We get to be that. And we welcome them and their spirits into this work in whatever way feels right for us, each witch here, and forever, whatever way feels right for these spirits. Welcome, ancestors and descendants.
Baba Yaga, Baba Yaga, old friend, old, wise, wild woman. I've been trying to talk to you all week, and I've been trying to figure out how you wanted to be called tonight, and every time you presented me with household chores, stuff to do, laundry, applesauce, oh my God, all week long, no time. Okay, I get it. We are willing to do the work. We are so willing to do the work for the transformation, for the change. Baba, Baba Yaga, we call you tonight. Take us on your journey through time, you who flies through the ages every night. You who stretches the capacity of what's possible. We call you to take us tonight. We are willing to do the work. We call you tonight to help us with a task in service to our ancestors, in service to our beloved descendants. You who teaches us to be powerful, you who teaches us to be full in ourselves, you who teaches us how to be initiator and initiate. We call you tonight. Let us ride with you. You who teaches us that we have the capacity, we are willing to do the work. We call on you. Baba Yaga, welcome.
All right. Oh, dear friends, let us reconnect with our grounding. down and through. Let us connect with our grounding right from the base of our spine and from our feet down into the ground. And bringing up a little energy, let it rise to about your navel. And here at your navel, let there spring a beautiful, resilient silver cord. And you can begin to venture a little bit outside your grounded body till you, looking at your object, by the way, or holding it, till you begin to see a great mortar, like a basket, in front of you. And sitting inside it is she, the great one, the grandmother of time. Imagine her as you like. She is here. And she has in her hand a lovely pestle. It can be the shape that you like. See it in her hands. And behind her, she's holding her very twiggy broom. And I invite you now to drift upward until you find yourself standing or seated inside the mortar of the Baba Yaga. And perhaps she looks at you and really takes you in and nods. And she says your name to you. And you greet her. Greetings, Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga. Greetings. And we're all in this mortar together, but you may only be aware of yourself and the Baba Yaga, or I'm not telling you what you're aware of. But we are hovering here just a bit above the present, looking at your object. I would like you to ask your own self, your deep self, the most essential part of you, your soul, or your powerful subconscious mind, however you want to call it, to guide you now to a place, don't go yet, to a place in the past. Perhaps your past, perhaps some distant past. Your subconscious mind will shine a light on where you need to go. And taking a deep breath, remembering your grounding, remembering your silver cord, here we go. 3, rising and drifting. 2, far and far in whole time, but to the past. 1, and your subconscious mind guides you to where you need to go now. And the Baba guides you. And you slowly come down to earth, get out of the mortar, and gently land where you land. You look at your feet. Maybe you see what you're wearing on your feet, if anything. You look at your body. It may look different. How old do you think you are? Doesn't matter. Are you inside or outside? Are you alone or with others? And what are you here to very carefully do, knowing that what you do has repercussions, resonance through all time? Go ahead now and take a little time to do what you are called to do. Just another minute. Using all your tools, your energy. I like to use gold energy for forgiveness and cleaning up karma and just that wonderful high vibration. Baba Yaga guiding you. You smooth things out and find your way back to the mortar and enter the mortar. Put your hand on the pestle, your other hand on the broom. Some people might use their foot, I don't know. But let us go, rising gently, our tracks being swept away so no one knows where we have been, what we have done. Come on back to the present and hover here in the mortar with the Baba. Look at or hold your object. Reconnect with your grounding. You can let out a sigh. You can wiggle or shake a little bit. And now, once you catch your breath, don't do it yet. we're going to go into the future. It's all whole time. We're going to go to the future, perhaps to see how this plays out. And on the count of 3, we're all in the mortar, rising up 1, going out into the future, 2, guided by Baba Yaga and our own subconscious mind, our dear soul, and 3, and gently coming to rest somewhere. And you come out of the mortar and you look where your feet are. If they're wearing anything. You look at your body and you wonder how old you are. Are you inside or outside? Alone or with others? And begin to explore what this future is like, how it feels, what it looks like. And I wonder if anything that you did when you were in what we call the present, or if anything you did in what we call the past, is shaping this future. With the Baba guiding you and with your own powerful subconscious mind, your soul directing you. See if there's something here that you are to do or shape, or maybe just enjoy, and go ahead with the Baba Yaga. Remembering your grounding. You are connected by your silver cord. Go ahead. A few more minutes. All whole time. and begin to come back into your wonderful vessel, the beautiful mortar of Baba Yaga. Yes, come back inside now, because we're going to return to the present for a bit. And so, steering with your pestle joystick and sweeping out your tracks with the broom so nobody knows. Come back 3, 2, 1. To hover over the present, holding your object or looking at your object. Ah. And just sort of take stock for a minute. And I wonder if there's anything that you want to add in the past. Let your subconscious mind tell you what is best. Let the Baba inform you. Climb into the basket, into the mortar, and let us go back again, perhaps to the same place we went the last time, or perhaps to a different place. I don't know, but you know. 3, traveling back. 2, it's really whole time. 1, and you gently come to earth. Climb out again. Notice your feet. How old are you? It's a funny question, isn't it? Are you inside or outside? Are you alone or with others? Are you here to simply observe or to actually do something? Either way is good. And go ahead and get out of the mortar. Oh, maybe you're already out. I'm sorry. I'm catching up with myself. Go ahead and do what it is for you to do, or to observe, or enjoy. Or to pray. A minute more. Say farewell to this past. You get back in the mortar. Hand on the pestle, other hand on the broom or foot. And let us fly back to the present, gently lifting 1, 2, 3, landing here in what we call the present. You've got your object. You are how old? What's on your feet? All right, just one more flight, if you like. In the basket, in the mortar, together with the Baba Yaga and all the rest. Gently rising, going forward. 1 and 2 and 3, and coming to rest somewhere, sometime. Again, as you come out of the mortar, you look at your feet. Notice if they have anything on. You look at yourself. How old are you? And you ask your deep self, your subconscious mind, and you ask the Baba, what is it here for me to do? Just look, or shape, or use gold energy? And go ahead and do that. Prayerfully, delightedly, and with great joy. Shaping or just observing or blessing. I don't know, but you know. And now she calls us back to the mortar with the Baba Yaga, collecting ourselves and landing in the mortar. Let us sail back to the present. On the count of 3, sweeping out our tracks with the broom. 2, steering right to the present. 1, and embracing the Baba Yaga, or however you want to be with her. Climb out of the mortar, and she will hover above as she does. And we will come into the present, our silver cord retracting until We are just entirely in our bodies and reconnected with that ground. We look at our feet. We say how old we are, 72. Look around. Thank the Baba Yaga. And thank your own self. And here in the present, what is it like? Is there an opening that you feel toward the past, toward the future, toward the now? Is there a resilience you feel knowing what you can do? What you do. Deep breath. And let us get ready to raise a little energy for this healing work that we do in whole time on the past, on the future, on the now.
We look in the mirror and see our bloodline, backward and forward throughout whole time. We open our hearts and look deep within, sending healing and change through whole time to our kin. We look in the mirror and see our spirit lines, backward and forward throughout whole time. We open our hearts and look deep within, sending healing and change through whole time to our kin. We look in the mirror and see our love lines, backward and forward throughout whole time. We open our hearts and look deep within, sending healing and change through whole time to our kin. We look in the mirror and see our bloodlines, backward and forward throughout whole time. We open our hearts and look deep within, sending healing and change through whole time to our kin. We look in the mirror and see our spirit lines, backward and forward throughout whole time. We open our hearts and look deep within, sending healing and change through whole time to our kin. We look in the mirror and see our love lines, backward and forward throughout whole time. We open our hearts and look deep within, sending healing and change through whole time to our kin. We we open our hearts and look deep within, sending healing and change through whole time to our kin. Sending healing and change through whole time to our kin. Sending healing and change through whole time to our kin. Sending healing and change through whole time to our kin. Through our whole time to our kin, sending healing and change through whole time.
And the Baba Yaga has asked me to convey a blessing to you. The Baba Yaga told me that the most important thing is joy. Joy in the moment. Joy is a very revolutionary act, and we must have it. We must celebrate it. No matter what is going on, find the joy, she said. Find the joy. She asked me to convey her great love, and she added, get to work. Blessed be.
And now it's time to say goodbye to Baba Yaga, but for a moment, just take in any messages that you may have gotten on your trip with her, any blessings she may have offered you. And just take a couple of breaths and breathe that in. And Baba Yaga, I am so grateful. You never cease to surprise me. You never cease to expand my understanding of what it is to be wild and wise and old and magical. And I am so grateful. Thank you for this journey. Thank you for joining us in this bizarre technology. Thank you for inviting us into your mortar and pestle. And thank you for this journey we're on for the year. And for tonight, I bid you hail and farewell. Blessed be.
Ancestors, descendants, we are what we are because of you. We do what we do because of you. And your love and your joy reverberates through us. As much as your pain and sorrow, your love and your joy and your care resonate in our bones, and we thank you for that. And we know you're always with us every moment. But in this time, in this circle, we bless you and we bid you hail and farewell.
And we give thanks to the center for supporting us in this work and for transformation. We give thanks to the earth, to the north. We thank you for bringing us and our bodies back to the ground. And we give thanks to the waters, all the waters. We thank you for love and compassion. And we give thanks to the fire. To the fire of our nervous system, to the fire of our spirit, to the fire of change and action and determination. And we give thanks to the air. So grateful for this breath of life. We give you thanks for carrying us through time, whole time. We know that all of you will always be with us, even as in your greater forms. Right now, we bid you hail and farewell. Hail and farewell.
And now we bring ourselves back into this present moment and begin to disconnect the circles that have interwoven us together in this work, the past, the present, and the future. So work around the edges of your space and pull in any tendrils and threads, shadows, any memories, any promises, anything that we're finished with that needs to be swept up with that broom tonight. Gather it into a little ball in the center, and on the count of 3, we're going to clap our hands and send it out into all directions of time at once. 1, 2, 3. The circle is open, but very unbroken. May the peace of this magic go in our hearts to merry meet and merry part and merry meet again. Love you all.
Can I say something?
Please.
Pull on your earlobes. Yeah. Are you back? Say your name out loud 3 times. Rose, Rose, Rose. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosie.
Sure.
Thank you, thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Everybody.
Thank you. Blessed be.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Rose.
Those cautions
Thank
are
you.
in the chat. We put them in the chat so you can repeat this trance with your coven, with your friends, with your own self. You can do it anytime you like. Blessed be.
Beautiful. Thanks.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
We had talked
so
about
much.
collecting, insights and things that you learned and things that you might want to comment. If you want to write them in the chat now, that'd be great. And we haven't, and maybe on digital mycelium, we haven't really figured out where we're all talking to each other. But send them around. Let us know. Facebook, I don't care. Just
I can commit right now. I will start a thread on the Facebook group for those of you who want to share with the wider community any messages you gleaned from this trance. And so I'll start that right away. And if you feel like going there tonight and sharing, you're welcome to.
Ooh, Mossy, cool. Will you put the song there too?
Oh, the song.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll post an audio file of the song as well.
Yeah.
So that's the BC Witch Camp Facebook page?
Correct.
There's so many places.
Yeah, yeah, and I know not everyone's on Facebook, so maybe we can also figure out the digital mycelium a bit more. I'm not experienced with it yet. Is anyone here experienced with that and wants to?
I recommend people go and check it out. I was surprised at how easy it is. I'm not technically astute, and it was better than I expected. Recommend
Cool.
people go. We can leave notes.
What is it? Digital mycelium? I missed something. Where is it?
It's
Called Discord. It's a platform that involves chat and video conferencing and files. It's a replacement for Zoom and Facebook and texting in a way that is community driven. So it's a new system to learn, but it's very intuitive. So it's pretty easy to figure it out. It's all clearly laid out.
Great, thank you.
It's on Discord. It has been sent out. It'll come out again in the next email, and should be on the website too. But it is in the Facebook page. It's sort of around but it's Digital Mycelium on Discord.
Okay, thank
And
you.
the password is Baba Yaga.
And it's fun to go to the AGM. Fun to go to the
AGM.
Why?
Why is it fun?
Sunday morning, we need you to come. It's really
Why?
important for the continuation of whatever the hell camp's gonna look like.
Woo!
What happens if we don't come?
You won't get to dance at the beginning.
There's dancing?
There'll be dancing.
I thought it happened already. Oh no, it's this Sunday.
Sunday morning.
Okay.
It's
You
whole
need
time, but it's
Americans too?
Everyone.
Okay,
Need 30 people because we have 300 registered. It's a big, big number that's needed to show up. Please show up. There'll be cake if you bring it.
we have to
Promise,
register
if
so we
you
can
bring
come.
cake, there will be cake. How do we find the link to the AGM, Ruby?
It's on the website. It's on the schedule. Where when you register, it's on the schedule.
Grabbing it right now and posting it in the chat window.
Yay.
Yay,
And you
thank
sent out an email about this as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we need to register or we just show up?
You just show up, and you could even
Show
not
up.
pay attention. You could show up and not pay attention.
Okay.
Just eat your cake, you know?
Yeah.
Hang up.
Okay, the link.
No,
is
you have
posted.
to pay attention. You have to vote. That's
Yeah. Pay attention when it's time to vote.
have to vote. That's the rest of the time. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun, really.
When it's time to vote, Captain will do a dance in case anyone has fallen asleep.
Apparently, okay.
And
It's
if you
gonna be
need
great.
if you need a link to the event, it is now on the chat window. So scroll up until you see the link, copy and paste it for later use.
Come and
10:30,
miss any of the fun.
pajamas with coffee.
pajamas and coffee.
Absolutely. Pajamas and coffee. Yeah.
What time is it at?
10 o'clock Pacific time.
It's on Zoom, right?
Yeah.
It sounds
Yeah.
very magical. Yes.
I wonder if there's a way to just call. I'm going to be at a place without Wi-Fi, so.
Yeah.
Can
thinking if there's
people give proxies, Ruby? Did you?
I don't know. I asked the question of the orgs today, but I don't know the answer of that yet.
You
So
can call into
hope-
Zoom.
Hopefully we'll know how to do that before that happens, but I don't know yet.
Yeah, you can call into Zoom.
Yeah.
But you need to get the specific number for the specific event, I think.
Sometimes it comes out on the invite, but I did that for a meeting once that was somebody hosted it from the States, and it cost me like $50 to go to the meeting.
Yeah, that's icky.
We can post the phone number on the schedule on the
And it
website.
should be local, right? Because it'll be a local person who's hosting it. Like a BC, Canada person who's hosting it, or no?
Yes.
It'll be Zoom just like this. It'll be
Yeah, but the number has to be a Canadian number, I think,
local number.
for it not to be $1 million.
Yeah, it's a local number.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think there's actually numbers for everybody, but yeah. there's
Okay.
a local number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's fun to go to the
AGM. AGM. D, 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 D.
Bridget's going to be scatting at the AGM.
Yeah.
Dancing.
I'm
Scatting.
Is there some crafting coming up?
Yeah, Friday night, 7:30 to 9:30. I posted, it's the very first Zoom link that was posted. Go back a fair ways. Every Friday night, lots of different witches come. There's anywhere, Horizon's nodding, from, 5 to 10 different people there. And you don't have to do crafts. You can make cookies or repot plants or lick envelopes or just make jokes or darn socks.
Or you could just hang out and talk to witches. It's really good.
Craft witnessing.
You can craft witness.
Crafters need witnesses.
You can also you can try critiquing people if you want. They don't really like it, but you can try.
I sewed a button on some shorts.
Oh, we took a button vote.
Oh, we voted on buttons.
I was outvoted.
Horizon was outvoted, and it took me the whole time. But those shorts have been there for like a year with no button.
It was pretty magical.
That was the highlight of craft night. Are we helping?
Maybe you all will see my shorts someday.
Right? Can you believe what you're missing?
I tried to fix my measuring tape once, but it didn't really work.
Wow.
Yeah.
We were very supportive of that.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
We were behind you.
Even when it doesn't work, we're very supportive. So
I have a new measuring tape now.
well done.
I will be writing postcards to voters in
Thank
Georgia.
Yay.
Yes.
Yay, thank you.
We will be flocking you.
Yeah, we will.
I feel like now I want to do crafting at the AGM. I think that would make it so much more fun.
Absolutely. Crafting welcome.
Good idea.
Crafting welcome.
Doodle and
ever have
AGM.
If you ever have a Zoom call and you want to make B a co-host, then she can rename everybody, and that's a fun game too.
You, Riser and the Scoot Scoot, I think I called you.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Scooter and the Riser.
I'm eating a banana.
Yay.
We see.
That's the weather report over there.
Mm.
Love you all. Miss you. Bye-bye.
Bye, sweetie. Love you. I miss you.
Love you and miss you too.
Bye, Mabin. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
So nice to
I'm gonna go. Bye bye. Love you.
Bye, everybody.
Love you.
Bye.
Oh, Zenzi, yay.
Ember, Horizon.
See you
and
Sunday.
Yes.
You win the prize for the most witches in one room at once there.
Yeah, you do.
You.
Multitasking the pod for us. It's very nice.
Feel free to live vicariously.
Yeah.
Good.
There's
Let's all pet each other so they can imagine what it feels
that.
like. No, pet me. Come on.
That doesn't work the way you think it works.
It backfired.
It's a good
No,
show.
it's beautiful. Empathetic joy. Empathetic joy.
Right.
I
That's
still hope how
Right.
do people experience my button stories. I'm assuming that's going to carry over. to
Yeah.
mine.
Oh, yes. Looks like I'm lighting that on fire, doesn't it? Oh, shit.
What's on fire?
No? Okay.
No, I would have known.
Ember's house is very witchy, so.
So there's a lot of drapey things and a
With
lot of
candles.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
No.
Don't have a fire party.
Yeah,
Bruce.
My cat's fur lit on fire at the beginning of the ritual because I had candles lit on the windowsill where the cat usually goes. I'm like, there was this smell in the room. I'm like, oh my God, there's a fire.
Oh
I
no.
was just sitting there, hadn't
Yeah.
noticed.
The
Anyway,
cat was on fire tonight?
it wasn't actually on fire, but it was like its fur was burning.
Fur.
I
Yeah.
hadn't noticed
Your
though.
cat was
Are they
on
okay?
fire.
But yeah, my cat was on fire. Let's say that.
Your
My
cat
cat
was on
tail.
fire during the Baba Yaga time travel ritual.
Yeah.
That's one to, that's a good anecdote.
It is. I mean, it could mean so many things.
It means everything.
Yeah, all the things.
Everything. I like that.
You should go back in time and make sure your cat doesn't catch on fire.
Well, then I won't have an anecdote.
That's true. She's fine. Cat's fine.
The cat is fine.
Cat is
Yeah,
fine.
the cat's just gonna have a funny patch of skin, and the whole house smells like burning cat fur now.
You didn't even need incense for the ritual.
Yeah.
Hey, Bruce, where did you go?
He was in the car.
Did he? Oh, he didn't. He went back in time into the car.
Well, yeah, I transported him to the car in the future ahead of the ritual so he wouldn't get too worked up.
He was starting to, he was starting to
He didn't want to catch fire.
I had this experience with him last night when I was trying to make the AGM promo video, and where he was on fire in a. But Moss, I thought that cat was going to jump on your head during where you were.
Right.
Oh my God, so Punky was like, she's like little witch kitty, and she was like, ooh, you're doing a trance, and she had to get in my lap and like, and then she was playing with my headphones, and then she was playing with my object, which is like a poppy head, and it was like kitty 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 kitty, and she was like, ah. It was really funny. I was like, okay, now you have to go.
This is good. We don't usually get to have animals at ritual. This is good.
No, true.
Hey, thank you.
Bye.
Nice to see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Everyone, love you. Does anyone want to share where they went in their travel?
1979.
What kind of shoes were you wearing?
Good
Yeah,
question.
platform sandals.
Yeah. No, probably flip-flops. I think I was 5. I don't think I was in platform sandals. 7 maybe.
79. Why?
Cause I don't know.
Because Baba Yaga.
Because childhood is where all things start.
Ah, right.
Childhood is when all the things that happen that you want to
Too
change.
bad that. I went to I don't know if it was me though. I went to the land I grew up on, but it was very much in a different time before I was born. And then and anyway, and then in the future, it was very weird because I couldn't see anything. It was completely dark. And I thought, well, like, and then when there was something to do, it was like I gathered up some of this darkness and was to pull it into me. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. And like, not that I'm afraid of the dark or anything, but I'm like, and then when I went back in time, I was pulling up grief of my ancestors from the land, and then went back in forward time, and then I pulled this dark stuff out, and it turned into this gold sparkles. It was so, I'm like, I have no idea what any of this means, but it was kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Very bizarre
That was beautiful.
and not magic.
I love it.
Love that too.
Oh, I should say that it felt like the grief too was kind of in the sparkles. It was like some kind of transformational thing. Yeah, it was very interesting.
I might quote you on that forever. The grief is in the sparkle.
Mhm. When I went to the future, I discovered that I had grandchildren.
Nice.
Like there were kids, there were young people looking after me, and I was really old. It was
Nice.
really very, very comforting.
Yeah, nice.
Beautiful.
I met my granddaughter's granddaughter.
Yay.
She was a wild one dressed in leather. That's all I know.
Mhm.
Miss you all.
You too.
Miss you
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Miss you.
Not
She was
fair.
hanging out on the dock.
Yeah.
I wish we were too, for real.
Yeah, for real.
I went to Brittany.
Mm.
Should I have
You
been-
where?
Brittany.
Oh yeah.
In the past, and they were burning things, but also hiding things. And then I went forward to Lake Tahoe.
Oh, good.
All right.
That's good. There's a future for Lake Tahoe. That's good.
Way far in the future, and there was wearing of leather then too. Also,
That's wild.
yeah,
Wearing leather. Leather maybe.
yeah.
I tried to make it be a wearing of leather in my past, but it was cotton.
Yeah.
No, fast fashion's gonna end at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It was rough leather for sure. In the past, I saw my grandmother, who I never knew, but I went to a tent where she was nursing the Spanish flu pandemic. And don't know what I was supposed to do. I got there, but got to see her. She wasn't wearing leather.
Not even shoes?
Maybe shoes, probably shoes. Yeah, white
Hard to sanitize.
nurse's shoes. Yeah.
I had several multiple, I don't remember how many, past iterations of seeds that like flutter and spin a lot when they fall. And I kept on being like, I'm having trouble, just like, I'm distracted, blah, blah, blah. And then like the seed spinning would come. And then in a, like the flutter pinwheely part of the seed, just like sticking in the ground, just like whoosh, down into the ground.
Ah.
Like maple? Yeah, I mean, I don't, yeah. Totally like a big leaf maple. And then I had a few future ones where I was like, I kept going in the future into images that are like images I'm reinforcing through like media or what I'm thinking about. And I just kept on being like, whoa, I'm like stuck in a loop of not being able to see beyond like what I'm feeding myself right now in terms of, it was so intense. It was different than I've ever experienced in a trance. So it was like a pretty clear communication about how creative and free flowing my, imagination.
I think that's a really amazing insight. I think we're feeding ourselves enormous amounts of things.
Yeah.
Like things we want, things we don't want, but really an enormous amount of what the future is going to be. Images. That's a really amazing, that's really interesting. It's clogging our pathways.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
It really felt like that.
Mm,
I want to be
interesting.
more open. I want to open. I want to open. And it was just like, just kept landing.
Yeah.
It was a lot of forbidden forest, transparently, because there was just a lot of Harry Potter in there. And I was like, we have got to be creating a new situation.
No dementors, no dementors.
True, very true. Yeah. Yeah, and thinking, oh, there's a lot of people visioning and dreaming and creating and
Yeah.
yep.
And there's a lot of feeling lost.
Yeah.
In the dark woods.
Yeah.
And feeling overwhelmed by the choices
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
possibilities. Yeah.
Yeah, I was able to get away this week. I found a trail with just like, I saw 5 people on this trail. That was it. And this was in the parking lot before, not and after, not on the trail itself. It was, it's not written up in any guidebooks, and it's beautiful. It was lovely to get out and be in the woods and out in the sun, see the rocks slide, see the mountains from the top of it. Yeah. It's been a while since I've been able to be out hiking because of all the people and all the COVID stuff.
Do you have clear skies in Seattle right now?
Right now, we
Little
it's-
hazy.
The smoke is moving its way north to us and west. Yeah.
How about you?
Had a tangerine moon last night from the smoke.
It's the same. It's
Very hazy.
and hazy and light, but it's getting heavier.
Not as bad as it was,
No.
but it's still,
Bright orange sky.
you don't want to breathe too heavily.
No.
Doesn't feel good.
And apparently it's coming again back.
It's going to get worse.
It's going to get worse apparently in the next few days. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
I looked at the forecast for the air quality, and it was supposed to be moderate tomorrow and then good and good and good.
Okay.
But that doesn't, but how do they know, right? Like,
Yeah.
Can change pretty quickly.
Masks are useful.
You know what? Ruby, you know how we've been having all this trouble getting the doll crafting to happen?
Yeah.
What if we have doll crafting with the AGM?
Something else has happened with the doll crafting.
Oh.
It's been resolved.
Oh. All right.
But that doesn't mean it couldn't happen with the AGM too. Doll crafting could happen at the AGM. It can happen everywhere.
I feel like so much doll crafting.
So much. Yep.
It's fun to go to the
I appreciate you so much, Captain. But I really I want that dog.
Yeah. I do.
I appreciate you, Captain Butt.
Sparky wants that dog.
We'll take your dog.
Okay, Bruce, we're keeping you.
I had a
Dog
dream
is not
last night that there were
negotiable.
2 of them, so I think that there might be an extra.
You just have to find it.
I found a dog yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Did you get to keep it?
No, he was wandering around on the road, and I took him home because he was gonna get hit by a car.
Oh!
That's a big cat.
Nice dog.
It looks like its face got on fire earlier.
Oh my god, it's getting silly.
What the fuck?
I love the Horizon loses.
Very large.
Very large.
It's
Ember, do you
good.
want to tell people the story of the name behind Rita Zeta Cheetah?
What is the name?
Rita Zeta Cheetah.
Rita Zeta Cheetah.
She's named.
Let's go see Ruby.
My son wanted to name her
The big one.
Rita Cheetah after a cartoon character, and I wanted to name her after Catherine Zeta-Jones, so we compromised.
Rita Zeta Cheetah.
Rita Zeta Cheetah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good snack.
Rita Zeta Cheetah.
It's a daunting cat.
She's coming.
It's intense. It's
That's
more
an
intense
intense.
than-
That's not a I want to love you with Snuggles cat.
She's on.
That's a worship me or die cat.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yep.
That is.
There was no
I will
other-
destroy you with my gaze if you don't supplicate me with treats now.
Look at that cat.
I know.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we acquiesce.
We do. Bow down.
Surrender.
Acquiesce to
Rita
what?
Cheetah. To the Rita Zeta Cheetah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting the look.
I am-
Yeah.
And hairy eyeball. That cat definitely caught fire earlier tonight.
I feel judged.
I don't think I'm allergic to this one.
Right.
It's across the border.
You can come visit. Rita Zeta Cheetah.
Rita Zeta Cheetah.
Where are you going?
She wants to be with you on your
I can see that.
Good job, everybody, tonight.
I feel like we're
Mhm.
hanging out in the web after the ritual. It's very nice.
I know, it's fun.
Yeah. It was beautiful singing, Moss and Bridget. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was so lovely. Thank you.
such a good song.
Beautiful casting and invoking also. Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, Team Witch.
Sit down.
Team Witch.
It's not that much different on Zoom, I guess.
No
Better
snap.
than nothing.
This is more comfortable than the web.
That's
I
true.
was thinking that when
That's
I
true.
laid down on the couch.
Yeah.
Oh, this couch. And I literally was just imagining laying down on the floor.
Yeah.
The sandy web floor.
Yeah.
Dust. on the
Gross.
floor.
Down web floor,
You got dirt in your toes.
cold and grimy.
Someone next to you is covered in citronella.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no smell
Yeah.
of other humans for better or for worse.
Bruce, do you want to go here?
This sort of wonderful.
Oh, so far away. But right here.
So far away from me.
So far away.
Hey, B,
We're banished from the world.
do you sing and
And happiness we bring to celebrate my birth. Another
Another
witch
witch.
birth.
Whose birthday is it?
It was just Beat's birthday.
A
Oh,
week ago.
Yeah.
you
We sing
And happiness we bring
we
to
bring
celebrate my birth. Another
Another
witch
witch
birth.
on earth.
Do you
We
we
sing
sing
and happiness we bring
to
to
celebrate
celebrate your birth. Another witch on earth.
Ember had a birthday also.
Do you
Yay!
sing
Sing
and
and
happiness
happiness we bring to celebrate your birth. Another
Another
witch
witch
on
on
earth.
earth.
Ember?
We sing and happiness.
Happiness we bring
To
to
celebrate your
celebrate
birth.
your birth.
Another
Another witch on earth.
Someone else turned 50 this year.
Who?
Captain.
Ember and I.
We sing and
And
happiness
happiness
we
we
bring.
celebrate your birth. Another witch on earth.
we sing
And
Happiness we bring
to
to
celebrate
celebrate
your
your
birth.
birth. Another witch on earth.
And Bridget's birthday.
Bridget was between the two.
Yay! To you we sing
And
and happiness we bring. Celebrate your birth. Another witch on earth.
Do you we sing
And happiness
to celebrate your birth? Another witch on earth.
Whose birthday is farthest away?
Boss's birthday's on New Year's.
Oh no!
To you.
We sing and happiness we bring.
Celebrate your birth.
Yay.
Happiness we bring. You got Bruce all excited.
Oh.
Is his tail going? He's rolling around,
Stealing slippers.
stealing slippers.
Licking
Oh,
his
he loves to
toes.
grab a shoe.
Hello, fetish.
Ah,
He loves a shoe.
He loves a shoe and a pillow.
yeah.
Ruby, are you on the poof?
Am I what?
Are you on the poof?
The poof is
No, I'm not on the poof. I'm on, what's this?
This
No.
is the
This is a new version of poof.
yeah.
A new grown-up version.
It's
What are you
the
saying?
poop.
It's a portable poof.
A portable poof. Oh, I know the one.
No, you don't.
It's a toy poofy.
A poof. Okay, let me try. A poof is a big beanbag chair that used to be in this room, but now it's not in here anymore.
Like 5 people could hang out on the poof.
And
and
Closely,
get lost.
not socially distanced.
You could probably have 2 people on the poof and be socially distanced.
Yeah, yeah.
It's that big.
Wow. Until you sort of rolled in together.
Right.
Yeah, not gracefully.
Yeah, yeah, not gracefully.
I slept on the poof once. It was really bad for my back.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
He just burped in your face.
You're welcome for the water. We're comforts for you.
I slept on the poof when Bruce was this big. We slept our first 2 nights on the poof together.
Aww.
And then I cried and phoned Dean and phoned Moss and said, I don't know if I can do this. The love is so big.
Oh.
And then they reassured me that I could do it.
That is so sweet.
Bruce can do it.
Brucey's the most loved dog. Hey, don't forget to look for the moon tonight.
Oh yeah, I don't know if we'll see it here.
Is it full?
Yeah.
It was- yeah, last night it looked full and it was orange, like
Oh,
deep.
full moon. We should do a ritual.
That's a good idea. Nah. I'm gonna watch Netflix.
There's a full moon ritual in Good Housekeeping this month. Oh,
I heard that or read that somewhere.
we're everywhere.
Going to look for the moon.
It's out. I can see it.
You can? I have to go look.
I think we have to go outside.
I think it's only in Fernwood.
We're all gonna go outside.
Maybe it's a spotlight.
We're gonna take you with us. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
We see it.
Woohoo! Yay! I can't see the moon yet.
Should we take them with us?
Is that the street light or the moon?
Oh, I can see it. It's so bright.
It's orange.
Moss, I'm mooning you.
Still orange.
Hey, don't be rude. Okay, I'm gonna go look at the moon and pee and eat a cookie.
Yay. In what
I can't
order?
see it yet.
Pee, look at moon, eat cookie.
You deserve a cookie, Moss.
Are we leaving now or?
Lots of cookies today, but oh well.
We're all going out to look at the moon, and we're taking you with us if you want to come.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I'm comfy.
Well,
I just have to.
Doesn't walk away.
I'm switching to the phone. Yeah, I'm
I
ready.
I think I can see little bits of it, but there's houses in the way, so I'll see it later.
We're gonna go.
Tomorrow.
Oh, you're gonna go? Okay, bye.
Moss said cookie, and that was like.
Yeah, we're
end
both
of-
like-
end
I
of
know, I
the
should eat.
Yeah.
That's my safe word.
Cookie.
Love you all. See you on Monday. Bye.
Bye.
It's ended.
Oh,
wait. We have to make somebody else the host.
Oh, you have to end.
Moss is a co-host.
But
That's
Moss,
okay.
you can do it.
Oh,
I'm going to.
Okay, I make Ella Anders.
Okay. Well, actually, are you leaving, Beat?
I don't know what's happening. I don't have any cookies.
I made Ella Anders the co-host.
Yes,
the
the
host.
cookie.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye.
sweetie.
I love you all.